Thanks for watching. I'm Margot Kinberg, and this is In the Spotlight, a closer look at a crime novel. Crime novels that link past and present crimes can be very engaging for the reader. First of all, there's the crimes themselves and the mysteries around them. Such books also let the reader take a look at family history and local areas, the local history. Let's take a closer look at a book like that today and turn the spotlight on Tove Alsterdal's We Know You Remember. As the story begins, Olof Hagström is returning to his hometown, the small Swedish town of Kramfors. He hasn't been back in over 20 years, but today he's coming to visit his father, Sven. When he gets home, though, he finds that his father has been murdered. Local police detective Eira Sjöden, who's recently returned to Kramfors after a time in Stockholm, begins to work on the investigation. It soon turns out that this murder is more complex than it seems. Sven Hagström was not very popular. He was a bitter old man who could be malicious, and it could easily have provoked people, and he could have made serious enemies. More than that, the family has a dark history. 23 years earlier, Olof had been accused and even confessed in the matter of the rape and possible murder of 16-year-old Linus Stavrid. He was sent to a youth home, and he and his family became social outcasts. So it's also possible that this murder is connected with what happened 23 years ago. As the investigation goes on, we learn about some dark secrets that the people of Kramfors have been keeping. Several characters know more than they're telling. And it takes some digging into the past to find out what really happened to Sven Hagström. And as she looks into the case, Eira finds that it connects with her own family's past also. So what are the elements in this story? What holds it together and keeps it going? Well, the small-town eastern Swedish setting is clear in the novel. Alsterdal places the reader there both physically and in terms of culture. There's also the sense of shared history among the families who feature in the novel. Their stories are, in their way, interwoven because people know each other, date each other, work with each other, and so on. Another important element in this story is the character of Eira Sjöden. She's single, in her 30s, and living with her mother, Kirsten. She looks after her mother, who has dementia, although she still has plenty of moments of complete lucidity. In fact, that's why she came back to live in Kramfors. She's smart and thoughtful, and although she makes mistakes and bends the rules here and there, readers who are tired of the maverick sleuth who can't work with others or follow policy will appreciate that she's not really like that. A lot of the story is told from her point of view, third person, past tense, so we follow her thinking as she puts the pieces together. This story is also told in some places from the point of view of Olof Hagström. So we also learn how he came to be accused of Linus Stavrid's murder. We learn a little about his family's history too, and about how the town treated the family after Linus' disappearance. And that's another element in the story, and an important one: local prejudices. In several ways, things are not as they seem, but people are unwilling to consider more than one possible explanation of what happened, either to Lina or to Sven Hagström. In general, those considered guilty are tried and found guilty in the court of public opinion. In some cases, it's because people really believe what's been assumed. In others, they support those prejudices because they're hiding things. And that brings up the element of the psychological. Several characters are not what they seem. And psychology plays an important role in the events that happen. Psychological manipulation, groupthink, and other sorts of psychology feature in the story. We Know You Remember is the story of a tragedy from the past that has an important relationship to a modern-day murder. It features dark secrets, memories that might or might not be true, a small-town Swedish setting, and a protagonist whose own personal history is woven into the history of the crime. This has been In the Spotlight. I'm Margot Kinberg. Thanks for watching.